Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. Today's going to be kind of a special episode. This is devoted to one LASERDISC collection, which is at the time of the release of this particular edition, this was a major thing in the physical media world. It came out in, I believe it was the last week of October 1997. This was a deluxe edition of a classic Western movie, highly influential, Sam Peckinpah's The Wild Bunch. This was a deluxe edition that is in the CAV format, which means there's 30 minutes on each side. And so it's a 6-disc set. So we got about 5 sides devoted to the movie. And on the 6th side, we got a documentary, which is really good. It's called, I think it's called The Wild Bunch, a Western in Montage or something like that. I can tell you. What's it called? Yeah, an album in montage. Sam Peckinpah, The Wild Bunch. But yeah, this was a major thing. It was audio, on the audio spectrum of this disc, it was in the AC-3 audio channel, which is a true 5.1 Dolby Digital. So if anybody that's rocking a classic 5.1 surround sound system in their home, you would just get a little decoder box. You would connect that to your LaserDisc player and it would decode pure Dolby Digital 5.1 sound, which was pretty cool. They started with AC-3 in, I think, like 96 or so. But basically this is a deluxe version of the director's cut that was released, I think in 95 is when they first put it out. Warner Brothers put it out. They had restored it to the director's cut, which is 145 minutes. It had previously been cut by like 9 minutes, I believe, or 2 minutes. It's a little sketchy exactly, but anyways, we got what is basically Sam Peckinpah's vision. This is what he wanted to cut together and release. And he had that opportunity this time, even though a couple projects had been took out of his hands previous years. So he's coming back with this movie, which would be a classic. It would be an action movie classic. Some people hate it, some people don't. I mean, it's very bloody, and a lot of people accuse Sam Peckinpah of glorifying violence and death and brutality and everything, but really it was his response to that in particular by showing us how it is, like putting the stuff in your face and saying it's almost, in a way, it was his message of an anti-violence type of thing, which I can see it sometimes, but other times, it's kind of a very blurred type of vision. I don't know. It's you can take it or leave it kind of thing. But I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite westerns. And recently I picked this up. I saw it on eBay and it was at a really cheap price. And I was like, man, I got to pick this up. Because I've seen some other copies of it on eBay and it was upwards of $70 and $100 and stuff. And to that moment, I had never known this edition even existed. I have the previous 1995 director's cut release on LaserDisc, and it's in CLV, which is an hour on each side. So basically that one I think is still it's a 2-disc release. So this is really cool. I mean, to be honest, I haven't really explored the CAV possibilities, which you can really slow down the action. You can replay it and stuff. It's a little bit better than what we have now with Blu-ray and 4K. I mean, I guess you can, but there's a little more stuff to play with. You can go 1/8 of a frame, 1/16 of a frame, do stuff like that, moving it back and forth and freeze framing and stuff. So that's what CAV kind of gave you. Plus, it was supposed to give you better audio clarity and picture quality and everything. So, you know, enough of my gabbing. Let's look at this set. This is it, the Wild Bunch Special Edition. It's in a really nice box. It's really thick. When this came, it came in a very big box, and I was like, wow. I pulled this out, and yeah, it's very thick, very nice, and this is in really good condition, considering this is what, about 27 years old when this released. About 27 years ago this was released. Really cool. Let me go through the box with you. But yeah, it's in really good shape overall, which I was really pleased. So here's the cover. This is the cover that came out originally in the CLV mode. And it's basically the same artwork, but it's just in the CAV mode. So it's got, you know, stuff like that. But you got all the chapters broke down. You got your documentary on the LASERDISC. Really nice photos there. This is a mint copy of the cover, which is really cool. I don't keep the discs in it. I keep it loose. So put that over there. And then of course we got the 3 discs, and each one of their own slips, which is pretty common, Warner Brothers. But the really cool thing about this set, actually, it's got 2 really cool things, is this 76-page, they call it a magazine, which it basically is a magazine, but it's an oversized booklet. And it's got a lot of great photos. It's got a lot of great stories from different people. The composer, the producer, different people, interviews with actors. There's even some script excerpts printed in here, so that's pretty cool to see the script. But yeah, really nice. It's kind of blown up, being a big size. Really cool 76-page booklet. It's just called Peck and Paul. Really nice. If I can get this out. And the last thing that it came with this box is the CD soundtrack on Warner Brothers Records, and it's still sealed, so I still have a sealed copy of that. So yeah, it's the complete 22-track soundtrack with main title, closing title, and everything in between. So it's really cool, the Wild Bunch CD, and it's, you know, it's not been opened. So yeah, overall this is a really cool set. Really neat. I mean, if you come across it, you know, for you guys out there that collect LaserDiscs, and you go out, you know, looking for stuff, you know, going to stores and finding LaserDiscs, if you run across this set and you're wondering like, oh well, I already got the Wild Bunch, go ahead and grab this, because this is really cool. And I mean, and it's a true collector's item. I mean, this is really cool. It's just different, you know. This isn't your run-of-the-mill LaserDisc release. Even for the time, this was a big deal. I mean, it's got the soundtrack, as long as you can find it, and it's got the book with it, and it's got the CD with it and everything, and the box isn't tore up, I would say jump on it. And that's if you can find it for a good price. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, really cool. I think I got this for $20, which is really, I think that was a big deal. I mean, I jumped on it because the seller was selling it about 3 times cheaper than the other sellers on eBay. And for the fact that I had never seen this set before, I just had to jump on it. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I mean, The Wild Bunch is one of my favorite movies of all time, westerns. I got it on DVD. I got the Blu-ray. I got the original CLV LaserDisc. Now I have the CAV Deluxe LaserDisc edition. Pretty excited to come across that. So there you go. So let me know what you think about it, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode, if it was very informative to you or anything. And also check out my channel. I got a bunch of episodes of all sorts of different topics and movie world, collecting, Blu-rays, DVDs, LaserDisc, books, everything like that. So go ahead and check that out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, guys, I'm Mike. Keep checking for good stuff out there. And until next time, I'm Mike. Take it easy.